Repeat avec moi. I'm only interested in this for the flex factor. Just say it. Truly. Let's just say what it is, because I do not take well to the messages along the lines of, oh, Jessie, I'm really in the market for a quality garment bag. And that's the sound I read those messages in, because you're in denial. If you are indeed searching for a quality garment bag, you would not be searching for this. Let's just say it. Respect yourself. Free the flex. Free. Bonjour, mes amis, and bienvenue to a review. C'est moi, Jessie, your resident Francophile, and here on Cappuccinos and Consignment, I focus on lifestyle, travel, and finance. S'il vous plaît, take a moment to like, subscribe, and follow. Follow me over on Insta. I have a blog, and just search pour moi on TikTok. D'accord? Repeat avec moi. I'm only interested in this for the flex factor. Just say it. Say it. Repeat avec moi. I am only considering buying this for the flex factor. Doesn't it feel good to set your spirit free? Truly, truly, truly. Let's just say what it is, because I do not take well to the messages along the lines of, oh, Jessie, I'm really in the market for a quality garment bag. And that's the sound I read those messages in, because you're in denial. You are in denial. If you are indeed searching for a quality garment bag, you would not be searching for this. Let's just say it. Respect yourself. Free the flex. Free the flex. Because that's all this is a flex. Now that we have gotten that out the way, we can actually get into the review. About this beauty, which is really, really heavy. I have had this garment bag for about 4 years or so. I actually did a review quite some time ago, and it was bad. It was real bad. Like, so bad that I didn't delete it, because I promised that I would not delete my old videos, because I want to document my evolution of just content creating and being more comfortable being me on camera. And yeah, but that was real bad. So I have unlisted it, and I will share the link with my subscription group as like a case study, so to speak. Why I purchased this beauty. I purchased this as a tribute to my former extremely broke self. I went to school for fashion design. I studied in Milano, and I remember going to class, going to fashion shows, and all of the people with means having very expensive garment bags. I was living off of gelato and the generosity of others, so I could not afford anything of luxury. Like, it was a luxury to just have a meal, 3 of those a day. So this was just completely out of the question, but it was something that I always wanted. In uni, I simply used the garment bags that I got from a shop that I worked in the back of. For a while, I had questionable papers, and statute of limitation is over. I worked at a shop doing minor repairs, hems, inserting darts, all of those things, just earning my keep. I would get garment bags from the shop. So once I did get a bit of disposable income, this was something that I really, really wanted. When I did personal styling, that's when I used this the most. I've used it recently. Since showing this on my last 2 vlogs, I have gotten an overwhelming amount. It really wasn't. It was like 3 people. An outcry from mes amis wanting to know more about this beauty. I purchased this when I was doing personal styling solely for the flex. I loved pulling up on the set with this. It really made me so happy. Again, as a homage to my former self. And this is the thing. This is the thing. And go back and take a glance at one of my videos that went viral here. Why I am no longer buying luxury purchases. When you are honest with yourself about why you are purchasing things, you can sleep better at night. You really can. Because this whole quest for quality is really a hoax. If you are on the search for quality, you would not be buying this, because LV canvas is just that. It is canvas. You do not need an LV garment bag. There are beaucoup garment bags that I see often while thrifting. In fact, once I was able to spend €50 or so, which I saved for in uni, I found a garment bag, quality, high-end Italian leather garment bag, and that served me up until I got back to the States. Just a random fact, I used to have a clothing line and I made couture pieces, and that's what I used up until then, and it stood the test of time. You do not have to have an LV garment bag. There are so many options out there, and I would say go for the vintage ones. One, the prices are better, but then the quality, and this is just speaking about leather, not even the LV. So with that, once you free yourself and admit that you are only after the flex, you will feel better. And with the flex, I want people to understand, this is my personal opinion. I'm flexing pour moi. I can assure you, I am not making any purchases for user 1634968. Everything I do is for me. So when I get those messages along the lines of, oh, I'd rather flex with my 401k, I'd rather flex with this and that. Okay, we do that too. But how does that make you feel inside? Leaving a comment that has nothing to do with the video at hand. Like, how does that make you feel inside? This is how we roll. We flex for ourselves. D'accord, let's move on. Is this beauty practical? No. Not with regards to some of the questions that I received about this. Someone inquired about traveling with this. This will not make a good travel companion. I have only traveled air with this one time, and I don't even think I recorded. It was a very quick trip. This would be considered like an abnormal, I don't think that's oversized, oddly shaped item on an aircraft. This could not fit in an overhead cabin, certainly could not fit under your seat. I use this when I travel first class, and that's not a flex at all. Like, it's just, I'm telling my story. When I travel first class, that was the only time that this was accommodated. Any other class, you will have to check this in. I just would not suggest using this as a travel companion unless you're just checking in suits or a coat or something along those lines, because it is just not a good use of space. If you saw in some of my vlogs, fitting 6 pieces in here compromised the entire integrity of this garment bag. When I used it with that many pieces, I could not close it. So it's really not practical, especially if you are traveling by air. If you are using this for a road trip, perhaps, I don't even think I would use this to travel by train. I would have to be in the comfort of my own car or someone else's to feel comfortable with this, because again, it's really not practical. So let me give you a little view. I chose the vintage model because of the quality. The quality is unmatched. I have considered buying a newer garment bag. Well, those are garment covers, which are different. And I'm questioning if that's something that I want to do, again, because of the practicality. It's really not. And then just knowing that they are even smaller with the vintage garment bags, and I'll be sure to link some that I find below. With the vintage garment bag, you have this hook. Ooh, it's heavy. You see me shaking? Actually, let me get a garment rack. Hold on to your love. That's me tussling with the hangers, trying to clear this garment rack. This is one of the things that I absolutely love about this garment bag, is that it has a hook. When I use it doing try-ons and different things, I hang it on the door or any strong surface. As you can see, this is a bit wobbly. Actually, I'll move the camera closer. Some of the vintage LV garment bags, there are grooves here. Let's focus, camera. If the camera would focus, I would appreciate it. Oh, merci. So there are grooves here that are meant for the hanger. I would say, let's count how many grooves. I actually don't know. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say it has 6 grooves. That would be about 12. That is a stretch when you are using this. I can tell you that for the most part, I can only fit 5 pieces here, especially if it is bulky. If you are using really thin pieces, perhaps you can use more. But with winter coats, anything with a little substance, it's not great. While I have the camera here, we can just look inside. I love all of these little extra bells and whistles. So here we have a detachable bag. I use this bag for the most part to store additional hangers, clips, just things for my styling kit, measuring tape, thread, just random things that I don't want to fall. I would also like to note, let me move this. There is another pocket here. This is really difficult trying to do with one hand. There is another very small pocket here that you can add additional items that aren't able to hook. The hanger here hooks right here. When you are traveling and you do not need the hook, you loop it around here. So there's a lot of really small details that really made me partial to the vintage one. These are the hooks that you use to close the bag, if you are in fact able to do so. A lot of times when I use this, I am not able to fold it because I have so much inside. Let me flip it over. This is the handle. Initially, I did not like this. What is this called? Initially, I did not like this strap, but I have come to learn that it is a lifesaver. I do pack this bag to capacity. There is another zipper here that I don't think I've ever used. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty. I don't think I've ever used this compartment, but it is another zipper here. Luggage tag. I've never looked at this to see if the person's information is still on it. Oh, wow, it is. Oh, my goodness. Actually, let me open this. OMG, this is so cool. So the person's information who owned this before, it's still here. I am not going to show it because I purchased this not that long ago. And I don't know if this was the owners who sold this or their grandparent or whomever. So just for privacy, I won't do that. But that is so cool. That's one of the things I absolutely love about getting vintage pieces is that they have a story. So let me prop the camera back up. Oh, that really took a lot out of me. Like trying to, that was just a lot. So do I love this? Absolutely. Do I think it's worth it? That is something that I never share. Worth is so relative. What you think is worth it, I don't. I'm not into cars, so I don't believe in paying over like $5,000 for one. If I didn't have kids, I would not have a car. That's the only reason. I didn't get my license until I was quite vintage. So who am I to say what's worth it or not? Have I gotten a good cost per wear? Not really. Not really, honestly speaking, because it's not really that practical. I only use it if I have model fittings when I was doing personal styling. I only use this for very specific reasons. So the math really doesn't math with regards to cost per wear. And that is something that I am so big on because I believe that whatever you buy, you need to use and wear on repeat. We do not dwell in the space of disposability here. Is that a word? We do not live in a disposable world here. We are all about sustainability. We are all about using what we have. We are just all about making it work. So is this required? Absolutely not. Is it a flex factor? Absolutely yes. So go into it realistically knowing that you're not going to use this often unless you are a personal stylist, unless you do a lot of road trips and you want your suits to hang. Just be very realistic when buying this as to how much you are going to use it. It is extremely heavy. The one time I used it while flying, I regretted doing so. I would not use this if I am solo traveling because it is a hassle. It was such a headache. The flight attendants were so amazing and partly because you're in first class, so they just can't share how upset they are with you. They took this and put it in the coat closet, but that was even a struggle. I saw a little tussle happening, so I was glad that it was vintage because some of the scuffs that are now on it, I don't care about. So really take into consideration why you are buying this and what you are going to use it for. There are so many lovely garment bags that I have seen that I think I will purchase because I really don't need another LV. Merci beaucoup. I certainly hope that you enjoyed this review, or I don't know what this was. I'm just chatting. If you have any more questions that I did not touch upon in this video, s'il te plaît, leave a message in the comments. Until the next vlog, ciao for now.